Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm here today to do a couple of unboxings. One is something from the Murakami from Louis Vuitton. This is the newer one, so the 2026 release versus the 2025 release. And I also have a handbag to share with you today. So if you're interested, then continue to watch. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Emily and I love handbags. I also love fashion, travel, luxury. So if you like any or all of those things, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you'll be notified of my future videos. So I just came back from Louis Vuitton and I grabbed the item. This was something that I pre-ordered, I think middle of December. And there was only one thing on my mind. And I had my essay pre-order for me and it just got into the store, and I had originally thought to ask her to ship it to me, but I thought it'd be faster if I just went and picked it up. So I actually don't know when this video would go live just because I have a lot of videos to get through. And so yeah, it may come a little bit later. I also may show this on my Instagram. If you don't currently follow me there, it's at Clutch to Carry-All. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this video. And I'm not sure if the 2026 wishlist video has gone live yet because I have, like I said, a backlog of things to get through, but yeah, this is actually on that list. So maybe if you've seen it, you'll know, but I've definitely talked about this item before. So it comes in this box. This is the Louis Vuitton box. I did ask them about the Murakami packaging because in 2025, January, they did have a Murakami collection. It seems very low key this year. It looks like they didn't really have as many, how should I say it? It seemed like it wasn't as hyped this year. And I think the reason why I say that's because when I went in, there were tons of Murakami items available. And it wasn't like the entire store was covered with them, but there were definitely pieces that you can buy. This was not a piece that you can buy, so I'm glad I pre-ordered it, but I see that there's a bunch on their website, on their app. So if you're interested, definitely check it out there. Okay, so no packaging that I know of this year for Murakami. They also are releasing their monogram because I think it's like 130th anniversary or something like that. So there were a lot of that also in the store. So let's get into this one. Don't know if you can guess what it is, but this one I've been wanting for a while. It doesn't have to be Murakami, but it happens to be Murakami. And it is the Toiletry 19 pouch. This one is in the multicolor white canvas, and you can see the monogram is one piece through, and then there's obviously these two pieces. This one is made in Italy, and it has a zipper up at the top, very smooth, and then a wipeable lining, and it is it does have the Murakami little logos that was there last year. So like I said, this year it seems like a repeat of last year, although this item, the Toiletry 19, was not part of last year's collection. So they did have a re-release on a lot of items and new items as well, and this was one of the new items. So I did not see this one, and I know it because I was looking for it last year. I actually got the 26 toiletry pouch in the black canvas monogram multicolor, but they did not have the 19, and I've been looking for the 19. I have the 15 and I thought the 26 was too big and I really wanted something bigger than the 15. So the 19 was available as a trio pouch, and I did not want a trio pouch. I believe the 19 was also available with like leather lining, but I wanted the wipeable interior lining. So anyway, it finally came in the form of Murakami, so I jumped on it. I believe it's still available for order as of today, and so I will link it in the description box below. But yes, I am glad I finally got my hands on a Toiletry 19, and it's in a beautiful special collection. All right, so let's move on to the next item. This item is the handbag that I was gonna unbox, and it is from Mulberry right here. I actually got a few questions from you guys I think in December. Many of you were commenting on an older video that I had done, an unboxing video, and I like coincidentally also got this one. So let me just share this one with you and then I can give more context to what I'm talking about. But the bag that I picked up is the Mulberry Islington, I think that's how you say it. I unboxed this one in a smaller size. So there are two, well, actually there are three sizes. There is a mini version, which I unboxed last year. This is the small, and I think there's a large. Now the large is much bigger, and I have been eyeing that one in the suede material. But this one I also really loved because it is in their pink, this like pale blossom pink color. I really like this color, and I actually unboxed a Mulberry handbag not too long ago in the same color, but it was in the Bayswater. So I just couldn't get enough of it. And this was also on sale. So it was like I had to get it almost. Mulberry does this style, the Islington, quite a bit, and they rotate the materials, the colors a lot. And so this one was one that was, I think, 2025, I think spring, summer. So then they're putting it on sale. So it is, I believe, available in other colors. I will link it below. A lot of them are still on sale. So if you want to get your hands on them, definitely jump on it. This one I bought from Nordstrom. I just like buying from Nordstrom because they have a good return policy, and I do get bonus points myself. So, but I have also purchased from Mulberry. And in case you're wondering, the Nordstrom one does come with a dust bag, and it looks like it still has the sticker right here on, and then as well as a little tab like paper thing over there. But in case you have not seen this bag before, it is, I think, why it's so popular recently and asked about on my other unboxing video of the mini version is because it is very, 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 very similar to the Hermes So Kelly bag, which is coming back this year for, I think, in the spring, summertime. And so the So Kelly is a bag that had been released from Hermes a long time ago, but because there's a re-release, it's like kicking up interest again. So I know a lot of the older vintage models for the So Kelly style has gone up in price. In fact, a lot of them have been sold out on resale sites. And so this one is a very similar style. It has the same, like, you know, sangle looking feature. I don't think the vintage one has a top handle, but it does have a crossbody strap that you can adjust. So there are many holes that you can adjust here, and I believe you can take it off as well. The vintage Hermes So Kelly does not have a top handle, but you can adjust the strap so that you can double it up and wear it shorter. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the size of the Mulberry Islington in this small size, not the mini, is very similar to the width of the So Kelly 22. So this section. There is also a So Kelly, I believe, like 28 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure of the larger one, but there's two sizes of the So Kelly vintage. The large version of this Islington is more closer to that. So I'll try to put the dimensions comparison between the Islington and the So Kelly on the screen if I could find it, but I know that they're supposed to come back this year. So if you want to get your hands on the So Kelly, you can do the pre-love route, which if I can find any, I'll list it in the description box below. But if that is still too much for you, because let's face it, Hermes bag prices, you know, can still be very expensive, especially if there's a revival. So, you know, if you don't want to drop thousands of dollars, you can still get something like the Mulberry, which is very similar in style, for like less than $1,000. So I got this one less than $1,000, and because it was on sale. There are some that are not on sale, and they're probably around the, I want to say, like $1,200, $1,300 price point, but I will link it below so you can go and browse. Anyway, let's talk about this bag now. This has, like I said, the top handle. It has a adjustable crossbody strap, which for me, it's not on the shortest. I would say it's in the middle right now. It does look pretty good on me. I'm 5'1". And the top of the bag kind of hits the top of my hips. So for me, if I lengthened it, I could wear it crossbody nicely, but it's a little bit too short right now. But because it's adjustable, you can definitely work with it. And if you're taller, you can also make it you know, longer and wear it on the shoulder. I love that the versatility of this bag is there's a nice sturdy top handle and a removable strap. The strap is not easily removable, but you can do it by popping these off and then clipping something else on here. Otherwise, the bag itself is very plain on the outside. So there are no back pockets. There are not even any feet, but it is a bucket kind of style bag. So it's meant to be more casual anyway. The top is not closed, as you can see. It does have what it looks like a closure up here, but it doesn't really close the bag. Like there's no snap, there's no magnetic closure, but you can see that the bag itself is actually quite small of an opening. So let me just take out the stuffing. All right, so now it looks like that. You can see that if I put my hand in here, I can reach in, but it's not very easy to take bulky items out. What you can do though is turn lock open right here. So let me just take off this. And when these two leather straps are removed, you can then pull open this bag a little bit more. So it's not very easy. Maybe it's a little bit stiff right now. And let me just do this. So once you've kind of opened up, you can see that this bucket top handle now is a lot bigger. You can also see that there's a big slip pocket in the back here, which there is a care card. My phone, which I have the Pixel 10, just to show you, can slip back here. So that's what it looks like with it slipped in the back. And it's not a huge pocket, so you can see that it does just fit. It doesn't show, you know, it doesn't pop out of the bag, but it doesn't fall into the pocket completely. So you can also put a card holder in there if you wanted to instead of a phone. But then the rest of the bag is just one big compartment. So you can see it's a bucket. And I will have to do a more in-depth review of what fits in here. But my guess is right away, I could probably put my iPad mini in here just by like eyeballing it. So that could fit in there. I believe a small water bottle should also fit in here as well. But yeah, oh, I can, since I have this is the Louis Vuitton Toiletry 19, which I just unboxed. And let's see. So if I did that, it does kind of take up most of the space, but just for size reference, it looks like that. So the width looks very much like the 19. I believe this across, I'll put the dimensions, like I said, on the screen, but I believe it's more closer to like 20 centimeters or something like that. So, which makes sense with the Toiletry 19 because it's 19 across, centimeters across. Otherwise, this bag it has like a suede lining, and this is made in England. So I think somebody in the previous video had explained that the entire line of Islingtons are made in the UK, England. So I am very happy about that because Mulberry is an English brand. So I do like it when they are made in the country that they're, you know, made. Anyway, so yes, this bag was on sale. It's currently still on sale. I think some colors are not, but they do have a lot of options. So if you are interested, definitely take a look. Like I said, I'll list it below. To all of those who asked about, you know, this bag and actually the mini one, now that I have both of them, I will be able to do a more in-depth review a little bit later this year because I obviously haven't used this one. The mini one, I can say right now, I have used it for the summertime. It is very small and I don't find myself able to use it like all day. Like if I went on a errands really quick, pop in, pop out, great. But I do find it difficult to fit everything that I need. And oftentimes, even if I could fit it, I have to kind of like Tetris it a little bit. Whereas this one, because it's in a slightly bigger size, this is a small size, I think it would be a lot easier to use. So while I don't dislike the mini, I think I could get a better handle on this one. Although I have also been, if you've seen my previous like few unboxings, and I also did a most used bag of 2025, you'll kind of come to see that a lot of my bags that I've been gravitating towards are not mini bags anymore. They are more of like this like small size. I wouldn't say they're like large or not even medium. I would say it's more like small, but not mini, if that makes sense. So I've definitely been gravitating towards that. If you are interested in this Mulberry Islington, I can tell you the dimensions and how I use it and how I like it soon. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick unboxing of the Murakami and of my new Islington, which is a very, very close dupe for the So Kelly, I would think. But if you have any questions when I do the review, do leave it in the comments below so that I could, you know, answer that in the next video. If you are interested in the Murakami stuff, I will put links to what I can find. Like I said, for the most part, I have been able to find a lot of these at my store, and it is still available online. So it seems like there's not as crazy of a frenzy as last year, which I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. I know some people are upset about it. I know some people are like, yay, I have a chance. So yeah, it is what it is. So I would love to hear what your thoughts are on the Murakami or on this bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.